Hello everybody, it's Brian York here with Yorkie Moto Garage. Today we're going to touch bases on a 1971 K1. I got this today. I bought it off a guy in Dale, Indiana. He had it listed in another H frame. This is an H model, it's a 4-speed manual. The guy told me he got it from his friend that was sick, that didn't want it anymore, and he gave me the condition of it. He said it hasn't been ran for a couple of years, and I got a good price on it, and I thought, well, I'll bring it home, check it out, and see if the engine runs. I like to see if the internals are pretty good on it. If I can get it running, I got the seat with it, but I took it off. But I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get it running today. So the question is, will this beast run? It's got this real nice custom paint job on it. I don't know who did the pinstriping or anything like that, but that's pretty fancy. It's like a mustard yellow, no gloss at all. Looks like somebody hand painted on with a roller or something. But hey, if anything, it kept it from rusting. So what we're going to do is I'm going to bring the camera down closer so you can see what I'm doing. I've got a carburetor that the guy gave me with it. I don't know anything about it. I don't know if it's any good. I kind of took the bottom of it, looked on it. It looked like everything's there. It doesn't look like there's anything going on with it. So what we're going to do is slap this thing on there real quick. Put a new gasket on it, clean the area, see if it's got fire, and then we'll try to start it, see if we can get it to running. So let's do this real quick, see what we can come up with. It might be I already took the plug out of it, and I'll show you the plug here. Plug's pretty roasted, so I got a new fresh plug to put in it. I went ahead and I stuck the plug in it. I haven't checked anything yet to see if it's got fire. I'm hoping it's got fire. But if it's not, we're going to have to take the cover off and redo everything. So, okay, so I'm going to turn this camera down for you here in just a second. And get you down here a little closer to where I am. Take me just a second here. Bear with me. I'm not one of these big savvy camera guys, so you'll have to bear with me. Okay, there we go. You'll see the bike, you won't see me. That's probably a good thing. Let's say, so we had this on here, this intake, you just kind of had it thrown on here with some bolts. So we're just gonna unthread this off here. There was an air cleaner on here, but I went ahead and took it off just to get it out of the way. I like to have all that stuff out of the way when I'm checking the bike. That way I can get in there and kind of work on it. So, alright, so there's that. It's the right one, but this carburetor here already has the intake and everything on it. So, and I'll get a wrench here. So, I know I haven't done any videos lately. I apologize. My wife's aunt is moving back from Florida, and we've been working on a house. We got the house in July, and we had to finish the inside of it because the house comes unfinished. So we've been working on that, trying to get it finished up this summer. And then we've got everything almost done here in the next week or two. She'll be moving in, so that'll be over with. Now I can get back to building bikes. It's been a while, and I've been missing building the bikes. So I've still been picking up bikes here and there, but I just haven't had a whole lot of time to work on them. So we're doing it the manual way today. Gear wrench. I haven't got my Milwaukee socket. I usually use a wrench on these anyway because you don't want to over tighten them because you'll strip the holes out. You got to be very careful with that. So what I first do is I check these out. I clean the surface, which I already did it. Already cleaned the surface underneath this and got the gasket material off of it. Put a new gasket in here. And I just did it to kind of speed things up so it won't be so hard. So, okay. This is just one of those cheap eBay carbs. I think it's a $20 carb. Heck, now with inflation, they're probably 25 or 30. I haven't checked them lately. But now also, one of the main things we need to check is the oil. So we're going to put this up on a stand straight like this. Unscrew the dipstick. And yeah, we've got oil in it. It's on the very bottom, but I've got enough to start it, and it's still a little brown, but it's okay. I'll change it later. Now, here's another thing that I want to point out, and I want to zoom in on this and show you this. A lot of people don't realize this. Okay, this battery connector right here. What I do is I cut these off the batteries and I save them, the old batteries. This black wire is a jumper. That has to be in there, even though you don't have a battery in it. You have to have that black jumper in there, because the jumper is these two black wires right here. Those are your coil wire. If you don't have this plugged in, this bike's not going to fire. So I keep these laying around. I got 3 or 4 of them. You can take this and just plug it in right there. These wires, you don't have to worry about them. This is the only one you need to worry about, this loop. Or you can take a short wire and stick it in the 2 holes right here, stick it in that hole and that hole, and you can do the same thing. But these are so much handy to just use these like this. Okay, so we checked the oil. We put this plug on here. Oh yeah, we want to check the fire. So I'm hoping this thing's got fire, because he told me it ran and the guy just parked it. So it's a possibility it does have fire. Let's see what we got here. This is a spark plug I had just laying around. It's a good one. So I'm gonna bring the camera down in here closer so you can see it, and we'll see if we can get. I don't know if I can get it that close or not. Okay, we'll put it right there like that. So we're going to turn the key on, the first position, and then we'll see if we got fire. Yeah, it's got fire. I don't know if you can see that, but we've got fire. Awesome. So that's great. And it's got good fire. You know, if it's dancing around the electrode and it's not getting the fire straight to the top of the plug, then that plug's bad. You got to change it. Sometimes you can clean them. I don't mess with them. I just put new ones in. They're cheap. $2 spark plug. Okay, so we got fire. We got the carburetor on it. The thing kicks over fine. It's got good compression. I kind of checked that earlier. I stuck my finger in there and kind of turned it over. It's not bad at all. So now we need to get fuel in the carburetor. So I'm going to back you up a little bit here. I'm going to zoom you out a little bit too. There you go. Okay. Give me just a second here. Now, you've probably seen this on my other videos. This is an auxiliary tank. You can get them on eBay, about 25 bucks, I think. Just hangs on your handlebar. And then we can hook this into one of our... Now what I do is on a CT70, I just hook this hose up on the top bar, on the very top on the one here. And then it turned this handle here to where it opens just this side of the carburetor. So I'm gonna flip this gas on, and then what we're gonna do is open this carburetor Let's see when gas starts coming out. I think it's in the right position. We'll see. Yeah, see, I've got gas coming out of here, so we're good. Now, if I flip this in a different position, like the reserve up here, it's going to shut this side of the carburetor off and make it come out this bottom one. So we just want to put it right there. Now we're going to fill the carburetor up. Let it sit for a second. I'm going to reroute this cable. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull this cable up for the throttle here. So how many people thinks it's going to start? I'd say it's got a 50-50 chance. I'll probably have to choke it for 20 minutes, try to get the stupid thing to start. But who knows? Okay, we got our on position. Got this plugged in. We've got fire. We've got the carburetor. We got fuel in it. Let's see if it'll start. Hold on, let me get the camera out a little bit so you can get a better view. It's hard to have a video like this if you don't have a cameraman. Okay, so maybe that'll give you a little bit better. Okay, so we've got everything ready. We're gonna try to start, see what happens. Give a little bit of gas. Choke it. Hey! Just trying. We'll turn this gas away a little bit, see what happens here. Well, it's trying to start. I don't know if I'm getting fuel too. It don't sound like it's getting fuel. Let's see if I can get this to. Well, it's got fuel going in it. Okay. Sounds to me like I got a little bit of a carburetor leak. I can hear it squeaking. I don't think I've got the carburetor tightened down good enough. Let's see if I can find a wrench here. And maybe a little bit. This looks to me like it's not down all the way. Yeah, it's not. Okay. Anytime you get an air leak like that, you hear it squeak, and then it's probably got a hole there. Now let's try it. Seems like it's trying to. Okay. Sounds like. This gas is pretty. Yeah, we're not getting any fuel in there. Well, there we go. Now we're getting it in there. Okay. Okay, we got fuel in there. Let that set for a second. About to get it. Okay. Man, it runs pretty good. At least the thing runs pretty good. Oh well. Well, that was pretty quick. I didn't realize it was gonna be that quick to get that thing running. Okay, so let me put this up here. And okay, so there you have it. I think tomorrow morning I'll go ahead and get this throttle assembly put back together and reroute the cable up here, throw a seat on it, and I would like to go ahead and take it for a ride and make sure all the gears and everything are good. And then once that is done, then I'm probably gonna go ahead and start tearing the bike apart. I've been wanting to do a bike in candy yellow special. I haven't done one of those yet. I think it's going to be a beautiful bike. I'm going to send the motor off to Scott Stewart and let him rebuild it. But I just want to go through it and make sure everything's good in it before I send it to him. The muffler on this thing is amazing, and I've got 2 brand new ones in the box. But this one here, I'm going to recondition this muffler because you can't find them. And I'll send the exhaust guard off and have it re-chromed, and then we'll go ahead and repaint the inside of it. And the taillight bracket, we'll have it. It doesn't have any bends or dents in it, so I'm going to have it redone. It's going to be a lot of stuff on this bike that needs to be done and rebuilt. But when we get it all done, it'll be a beautiful bike. I see a lot of different things in this bike that I want to check. It's got a lot of paint on it, so I want to take the frame down and sand it all down and make sure there's no surprises there. Because you never know once you get down so far, there could be some body filler or a big dent or some big rust holes. I don't see that on this. I think it's going to be a very immaculate frame. The headlight ears are amazing, which are hard to find. So I think this is going to be a really nice build when I get it all done. I did match the motor and the frame, and they're about 143 numbers off. Not super close, but it's matching to this frame. So anyway, I'm glad you could join me tonight. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving yesterday. This is the weekend I'm off, kind of doing a little bit of tinkering, and really happy to be back at building some bikes. So thank you all so much for joining me, and look at all of my other videos on Yorkie Motor Garage, and thank you all so much for subscribing. See ya.